And we're good to go. So this week, we're actually continuing in a slightly different direction, but in the same area of where we left off of last week. We kind of ended with talking about Foley artists and what they do in movies. So this week, we're getting into soundscape.
Oh, going back to soundscape. Okay.
Yeah. So this is soundscape. Um, it's a different term, or an interesting
Oh, wait a
term.
minute. I'm thinking soundtrap. Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're still in band lab. Yep. This is
Okay.
this is not a DAW. This is just a vocabulary term.
Gotcha.
But so this whole slideshow will be up on Google Classroom after this, and um, if you go back through all the videos and everything are also on Google Classroom, I would highly suggest wearing headphones because you can hear the detail
Okay.
much more. But um, so anyways, within this lesson, the skill set that we're learning, working to develop is active listening. So as right now you're actually doing active listening. So listening is not something that just happens, that's hearing. Listening is an active process in which a conscious decision is made to listen to and understand. So in this project, in comparison to more where we've done a lot of creating music and pulling things out of us, this time most of this project is actually doing the opposite. We're using a lot of time to just listen, but we're still utilizing BandLab and all of those things, but we're working on our listening skills. And just like with any skill, active listening takes time to develop. So if you find that it's hard to focus on a sound or keep your attention at times, it's because it takes time and patience to develop. So
We just had to deal with this a lot of times when we're in rehearsal, praise and worship, and we're trying to learn a song and we have to get the different parts. Like we had this struggle last week. So we had to keep listening to this one song so that I could get the soprano part, get the alto part, get the tenor part, and repeat it. So they're like, "How do you hear that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just listen. Soprano. Just listen only to the soprano part, But it took a minute to get to that point.
So you're definitely well versed in active listening then. So when they ask next time, you tell them that it's like
My
it's.
husband may not agree.
Oh man. You can tell them, you know what you're doing. You doing active listening. Like, what you doing? I'm active listening. So, but yeah, that's great. That is definitely a prime example of exactly what we're doing in this lesson. And I have the definition right here on the screen, but just to break down the word, that generally helps me remember definitions easier. So we're familiar with the word sound, and we're familiar with the word sounds. We know what sounds are. That's a pretty easy definition. So I took that word off and just thought about the word scape. And scape, the first thing that comes to my mind is landscape. And as you know, in landscape, it's pretty much anywhere you go, if you can see from as far as you can see left and as far as you can see right, that's the landscape of wherever you are, where things are placed within that viewpoint. So over here, the grass is all the way, down to this part of my landscape. I've got flowers over there, and there's buildings back here, and there's streets and sidewalks, and the sky, or sky is not landscape, but so taking that same concept, instead of going by what it is that we see within a given area, we're going by what we hear. So a soundscape essentially within a given area. So the area could be your backyard. The area could be the Grand Canyon. The area could be a rainforest. It could be a concert. It could be whatever the combinations of sounds within a given area are, that's the soundscape. And so that's what we're getting into today. But the textbook definition, a little more complicated with weird words, but a soundscape is a sound or combination of sounds that forms or arises from an immersive environment. The study of soundscape is the subject of acoustic ecology or soundscape ecology. So essentially the same thing, just in so many words. So, excuse me. Actually, I didn't mean to go there yet. I'm gonna take that off. And I need to stop this stream.